I'll be right there.
Nerd Vengers, Broke Vengers, and everybody else, what is up? Good morning. Hope you're having a good week so far, and yeah, we're gonna get into the spice, man. We are definitely getting into the spice. Marvel vs. DC. Is it real? Is it not real? What team is James Gunn playing for? And I also want to know if he supports Marvel or DC more. Am I right? I'm gonna get an email for that one. That was in bad taste. All right, look, we're gonna break that down. Plus, we're talking about Mulan. We're talking about Black Widow. We're talking about Marvel's delays. What? Am I crazy to think that they should lose money? Well, they ain't out there selling lemonade, motherfuckers. They're making billions of dollars. Allow me to explain. I'm coming in hot. All right, Nerd Vengers, how we doing today? Oh, man. It's a beautiful sight in that city. It's a beautiful sight in that city, man. A lot of crazy things going on in the world, but here, things are actually all right. Things are pretty good. Happy about it. Hope you guys are doing well. I can't wait, man. We're gonna get into all the spice today. There's so much to talk about. It's a rare kind of a show where there was so much that happened yesterday after the stream, okay? So we did a couple of videos yesterday breaking down some crazy stuff. Even more news came out. I will be doing a video today talking about the Justice League. Additional photography that people believed said would never happen. We're gonna get into that a little bit if you would like, but I really wanna talk about this James Gunn, Kevin Feige thing. So we're gonna get into that. No time to waste. Meet me in the studio. Woo! We're in here. Good morning, and good morning. As is tradition. Oh, geez, whoa. Chet. Calm your ass down. All right, look. As is tradition, before we get into any of this craziness, let's say what's up. Let's say good morning to the peeps. How's everybody doing? Who are the beautiful nerds that stumbled on into Nerd Vengers Tower this morning? And let's see what's up. Russell's in the building. Whiskey Steve is here. JT is in the building. Josh is here. Justin's in the building. Travis Adams equals MCU. Will Bone and Jennifer Cook. Abashti's in the building. Kendall's here. Mr. Deeds. Aaron is here. Norin Rad. Senior. Darth Clean. Lord Vito. Big Blue Sam Shills. Landa Dupes. Patricia Silent Smart. Brian O'Connor. Freeman Cooper. Brian O'Connor. I just said that twice in a row. Ryan H. Peter. Ferret. Will Morgan. Kyle Thomas. Mike Motherflippin' Porter's in the building. Anthony Strader's here. Danny Orange. Burke the Nerd Burke. When you coming on the show? Come on, man. World famous Eric Shaw. Night 1223. Star Wars Santa. Chris Mike. World famous Bill M is in the building. Jason from Polyhedral Paradise is here. Star Wars Santa. Hey, Santa, am I still on the naughty list? Come on, man. Come on, man. Lots of beautiful people in the chat and in the building today. What is up? Let's get right into what we've got to talk about. So right away, here's the thing I want to know. This is the thing that was bugging me the most yesterday with all of you guys. Am I the only, like, you guys, you sometimes, you make me feel crazy, okay? You make me feel crazy. So, am I on an island here as far as, like, I'm really not that into Black Widow as a film, and I really never was, okay? I got all these Marvel fans coming at me yesterday being like, dude, you don't speak for us. Ah! You don't speak for us. Ah! We're all really excited for Black Widow. So I just gotta know. I just gotta know. Is it like that? Is it like that? I need to know right now. Hype level for Black Widow. Out of 10. Give me a number in chat. Right now. I would like to see it. I would like to see the baby. I would like to see the baby. That's a pretty wild spread, dude. Holy shit. 0? Oh, jeez. Okay. Chad, are you gonna calculate all those numbers and come up with an average for me? Okay. Yeah. Kind of a little all over the place with that, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't get a consensus here. Y'all are too much. You're doing the most, and I love it. But I don't know. I'd pay $50 to see Black Widow. Heard that. 7, but only because I'm desperate for content. Okay. 3 out of 10. Yeah. I mean, I see. Look. All right, let me scroll back up. and see this. I mean, guys, like, we've got, let's see here. 7, 10, 7, 8, meh. 7, 5, 0, 7, 11, 7, 7, 5, 4, 10, 6, 4, 5, 7, 9, 4, 8, 3, 5, 8, 7, 10, 6, 8, 8, 5, 6. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't feel like I'm alone in this, but I will say this. Perhaps I was a little bit inaccurate with how many people are excited for the film. Because it does seem like there's a good bit of people that are really pumped for that film. I mean, hey, if you're really pumped for a film and you really are excited for it and you want it to come out, of course, like, that's dope. You know what I mean? Like, good for you. The way I was with Black Widow and the way I continue to be about Black Widow is I was never really that into it, man. Like, I always felt like, okay, this is going to be a cool little action movie. It's going to be sweet. Taskmaster's going to be dope. We're going to get some Thunderbolt teases, and then we can get into the other stuff that I really care about. Just my opinion here. You know what I mean? So it's interesting that that so many people are really, really into the Black Widow thing. Black Widow? I thought we were a DC channel now. Well, we kind of are. I'm hyped, but nowhere near Eternals and Shang-Chi. Okay. Hater! Josh hates whamming! Okay. Maybe this is a better question. Help me out here. How many people are more excited for Shang-Chi and Eternals than they are for Black Widow? Maybe that's a little bit better of a question. Put into the chat, put yes if you are more excited for Eternals and Shang-Chi. Put yes into the chat. If that's not the case, put no. Okay. I mean, this is overwhelming yes. This is overwhelming yes. Not a fair question? Fuck out of here, Jason. Not a fair question. It's not a fair question. It's 2 movies versus 1. I don't mean, are you... Okay. I really got to erase the whole fucking chalkboard? Here we go. I'm not saying that combine the 2 movies and do the fucking Dragon Ball fusion dance, and then it's like Gogeta versus Black Widow. That's not what I'm saying. Ah! You guys got me hot. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think that's maybe the point. Maybe that's a little bit more of what I was trying to get to. I find it very frustrating that Black Widow, a film that I think we can now pretty much say, according to the data, that most of us are like the least amount of hype for that compared to the rest of the Phase 4 stuff. You know what I mean? And so I think it's honestly a shame, man. And you know, like, look, I'm just going to rant. I'm going to rant for a little bit. I was thinking about this last night. And this is why I love the streams. And this is why I love hanging out with you guys every day, right? Because here's the thing. I make videos yesterday about what's going on, and everybody's got their opinions, and everybody's got their hot take keyboard warrior bullshit. But the truth is, like, it's much better to then have those kind of things go on, talk about them, express the opinion, and then it's like, hey, if you really want to hash this out, you really want to chat, come to the live stream. Come to the live stream. Let's actually get into this. Let's actually talk about what's going on, okay? And so I was thinking about this yesterday, man. All these Marvel fans, and I can't figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. But it would appear we've got some Marvel stans. We've got some Marvel stans out there that love Marvel so much that they're totally okay. Like, okay, so here's the deal. Here's what I'm trying to say. Yesterday, I came in hot, and honestly, this is my opinion. This is how I feel, and it's not just like an ass grab. This is how I legitimately feel. I think that Marvel is screwing up by delaying everything. And I think they're screwing up in ways that, like, maybe are hard to explain and maybe are hard to comprehend. And by the way, I saw the super chat. I'm going to get to the super chat. Give me just a second. Okay? But, so, it would appear that there are some Marvel fans out there that are standing so hard that they're like, that not only are they like, oh, it's absurd for Black Widow to come out and lose money, and it's absurd for you to say you would like a studio to come out and lose money, okay? And that I can kind of understand. But then to take that all the way to the extreme of saying, well, we know Marvel's great. We love the content. Whenever it comes, it's just going to kill it. And we don't care. And we'll hold out. And screw you, Josh, for implying that Marvel can do some wrong. And that kind of an attitude, that kind of philosophy, ooh. I'm not into it. I'm not feeling it. But let's table that for now, because we're going to talk about that in a second, okay? I think what we should talk about first is the James Gunn situation. Now, look, some of this is a little bit of performance. Some of this is we're hamming it up for the stream, etc., etc. Okay? But I want to just know in chat right now, because when I saw this come out yesterday, all of James Gunn's comments about there is no DC versus Marvel war. And honestly, dude, I was like, what is this guy doing? Like, what's he doing out there? Like, I don't understand. Why is that a prevalent thing that you want to put out there into the ether, right? Why are you using your platform to express that opinion? What's going on, James? What are you doing? What's going on over there? What you got going on, huh? What's the play? What's really going on? And then it comes out that James Gunn is writing and producing and directing an HBO Max spin-off of his Suicide Squad movie. Do you think, let me just, I would really like to know. I would really like to know, ladies and gentlemen. Please let me know in the chat right now. I need to know with where you're at with this. Do you think I'm totally off base here? Or do you think there is something to this Marvel versus DC thing? Okay? Like, is James Gunn betraying Marvel? Is there a conflict there? Yes or no? Put it into the chat. Is there a conflict there? You let me know. And while I'm waiting for you guys to hit that up, let me see what our super chat said. Where are we at here? Kevin, oh, thank you so much, brother, for the super chat. Says, I don't care only because she is dead. So it's like whatevers. Super excited for the rest. I think that's a totally fair point. I think that it's the same thing with me in the Cassian Andor series, right? It's like, person's dead. All right, let's see what y'all are saying in chat. I'm interested. I'm really interested in what everybody's opinion about this is. She's not dead? Pretty sure she's dead. Honestly, Josh, I could not care less about this entire thing. I just do not care. I'm not sure what you mean. Like, what do you not care about? If anything, Disney screwed him. Yes, he was going to be gone after Guardians 3 anyway. What the grosh do I know? Yeah. No feud, just rival companies. Negative Ghost Rider. Yes, says RG. Marvel did James dirty. He wants more money from Marvel. Everybody has an agenda. I agree with that. Yeah. Scroll up. The majority of the answers are no. What? I'm looking at the answers right now, dude. No, it's different than Amblin or Disney making a movie. Technically, on a long enough timeline, all our heroes are dead. With that logic, nobody should have cared about the prequels. What do you mean? Because all the characters are dead? I mean, I guess I can see your point there. Marvel vs. DC is real, but it's just stupidly. Maybe you could argue it's good for competition, but the divisiveness is absurd. Okay, sure. I get that. Audio says, Josh, this is my take. I care less about the Black Widow story and more about what is going to come out of the movie in the future of the MCU. 100%. 100% agree with you. Good. The topic is changing to Star Wars, says Dan the man. Okay. So, we got some opinions here. A lot of people, and, to be fair to Lavis's point, there's a lot of people that are like, nah, you're reading too far into it. And so now allow me to piss all of you people off. Y'all are crazy. Dude. If you don't think James Gunn knows exactly what he's doing, I think you're crazy. I think all of this posturing of, hey, guys, there is no DC Marvel conflict. That was all, like, literally him just trying to get ahead of this story and him trying to get ahead of the narrative, okay? But I know that shit is real, okay? 100%. Just look at what is happening. James Gunn is fired from Disney. Man, you know what else? I really want to talk to some people. I would love to. I would love to talk to some people that are like, you know what? I still... Actually, I shouldn't say this. Never mind. So, to me, it's obvious James Gunn knew this was going to happen, and he was trying to put it out there that there's no conflict, that there's no beef, because he doesn't want that smoke. But the thing is, it's obvious, okay? It's obvious. Dude comes out at Fandom, and I didn't even really pick up on that. It was some of you guys. That picked up on it that were like, you know what's crazy? James Gunn's like kind of throwing some subtle shots at Kevin Feige in the MCU. And I was like, I don't believe that. What are you talking about? And then they were like, oh, well, it's this, that, second, and the third. Like he said, it's the best time he's ever had at a movie. This is the best cast that he's ever had. All these things, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that, right? So he's coming back to do Guardians 3, and I highly believe that is just because that's his baby. He wants to close it out. He loves the cast, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think he's ever doing anything Marvel again after this. And I could be wrong, but I don't think he's doing any Marvel shit ever again after this. And you know what? To be completely honest with you, it might be less DC versus Marvel as it is James Gunn versus Disney. He probably loves Marvel. He probably loves Feige, but he hates the mouse. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. That's what I think is going on, okay? And so if this dude wants to go over there and like write a whole TV show, produce all of this stuff, I mean, what if he just keeps doing stuff, right? What if he just keeps doing DC stuff? Y'all don't think that's like a cognitive decision? Y'all don't think he's like actually thinking this shit out? You're crazy. Like, I think this is gloves off. Like, this is DCEU. And if I was Warner Brothers, oh man, I'd be giving James Gunn everything he wants. You know what I mean? Because despite like my personal opinions of James, His movies make bank. He's got a pretty good brand, and he obviously is a big sweaty nerd. You know what I mean? So he knows his shit really well. But allow me for just a second here, ladies and gentlemen, to offer you some more conspiracy, okay? Let me pour you a little bit more tea, because it could be deeper and crazier than we have ever thought possible. Who is the most G of G's when it comes to this business? When it comes to this nerdy business? Who's the man? Who is the godfather of comic book movies? Who is the big dick? Who am I talking about? Feige. Shaft? Maybe, yeah. Shaft's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, Grace? Yeah. Kevin Feige. The Dawn. Our Lord and Savior. God among men. The greatest producer of all time. Mr. Kevin Feige. Now allow me to slip a little bit of Kevin Feige magic into your ear. What if James Gunn is a double agent? What if James Gunn is on a secret mission from Kevin Feige to infiltrate Warner Brothers in DC in order to destroy them from the inside or weaken their defenses to give a negotiating power for Marvel for the future amalgam crossover, the greatest comic book crossover we've ever seen? What do you think about that? Hang on. Hello. Oh, hey, whoa, what's up, Kev? No, we're just speculating. I didn't, no, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't tease that, no. Nah, it's not possible. Nah, hey, man, hey, no. What do you mean you got Mickey's number? I thought Mickey was, running the show over there. Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, okay, man. Well, hey, look, it's all good. No, I understand. No, I'll not. Yeah. No, it's all good. Well, yep. So, nope. Don't even worry about it. Mm-hmm. All good. Mm-hmm. All right, man. All right. See you. But that's crazy. I mean, come on, guys. That's crazy. There's no Feige making plans like that, of course, is an absurd thing to put forward. I mean, it ain't that deep, obviously. He's not that manipulative. There couldn't be anything going on like that. It's not true. It's all bullcrap. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that was funny. You know what I mean? That was a funny little, and shit ain't real. Shit ain't real. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Yeah, so let's talk about Black Widow. Let's talk about Mulan. Let's talk about all this, man. I mean, how do I... Okay, I'm just going to rant just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just going to rant just a little bit more. And then we'll get into strict Q&A, okay? And unfortunately, guys, it might be a shorter stream today. I just really have a lot of work to try to knock out of the rest. I know I promised 2-hour streams. We're going to be getting there, and we'll average 2-hour streams, I promise you. It's just a crazy week, okay? Okay. Let me explain. I understand. What? Only 57 likes? Okay. It's been a good stream. I'll see you guys later, okay? It's obvious that nobody cares. Nobody cares about this channel or this content. So, with that amount of likes, I think we could just call it there. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? All right, 90 likes is much better. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now, let's talk about this. Can I just say a couple things? Number one, of course, no business wants to go out there and lose money. Okay? So I'm really tired of people trying to categorize or characterize my sentiments about this Marvel delay as though I'm like, well, companies shouldn't worry about money and profit and sustainability. Just put that shit out. Like, miss me with that. If you think that's where I'm coming from, like, I don't know what to do for you. I really don't. Like, literally. Yeah. Anyways, I also think it's absurd to think that if Disney were to take, let's say, a loss on, let's say, a particular movie, one movie, that it would devastate the company to the point where people would lose their jobs and then the MCU wouldn't be sustainable moving forward. We are not talking about a small company. We're not talking about a little baby bitty little like fucking lemonade selling bullshit ass company. No, this is Disney. Do you know how much Disney paid for the Fox assets? Now it's cash and stock and all sorts of other things as well, but do you know how much they paid for that? Do you know how much they paid for Marvel and Star Wars? Start to add that shit up. Start to add that up. Do you know that Disney received money from the government? Not only this year, but in years past. Do you know that? Do you understand what I'm getting at here? It is absurd to think that the argument I am making is that this publicly traded corporation should throw profitability to the wind forever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm actually making a market statement, a capitalist statement. I am telling you, damage is happening to the Marvel brand. And you know what? Here's the thing. Like, I'll be completely fair. There are some people out there that are like, there's no damage being done. I'm a Marvel stan. I will always be a Marvel stan. And whenever this movie comes out, I will see it. Good for you. Bob's your uncle, as they say. But if you don't think there are people out there that are more than just a little butthurt about this, you are crazy. You are a crazy person. So, like, this idea that, like, oh, I think they should just release Black Widow and take a loss. Yes, I said it. Take a loss on that film. Which, by the way, as far as, like, a balance sheet goes, yeah, a big multi-million-dollar movie taking a loss in 2020, yeah, that's not a unique story. You understand? And so, like, I just get frustrated by this, like, characterization of, like, oh, well, you know, like, obviously they can't do that. Like, fucking what? Like, what do you mean, obviously they can't do that? I think there's going to be severe brand damage done to Marvel because of these delays. I know there are people out there that are going to be like, hey, it's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be a patient fan. I understand. I have all this empathy in the world. But it's crazy to me, the arguments that come from the other side. Like, we act like this company doesn't have the resources or the power to allow these things to happen. We're furloughing employees. You know, people losing their jobs, people taking pay cuts, all these things are all around. But no, man, they can't. They can't just put Black Widow out. They can't. Come on. They can't take a loss on this movie. And the biggest joke, I think, the biggest hilarity of this whole situation could be that even then, even May 2021, there could still be massive problems with the profitability of that film. And where are they at then? And do you really think that universally the fans will just accept that it's all good? We understand. I just think it's pretty whack, dude. I think it's pretty whack. It's like cognitive dissonance. It's all this bias. It's like people are like, no, man, like obviously it can't work like that. Like 2 + 2 is 4. Come on. And it's like, well, we're going into a completely new economy. The economy is going to reshape itself. It's going to be completely turned inside out. Completely. And I think the thing you need there the most is you need loyalty to your brand. You know what I mean? I saw people saying, after Mando, I'm canceling my Disney Plus subscription. I'm not saying that's a majority. I'm not saying that an anecdotal example of someone saying that is a sign of a trend. But my intuition and my notion of the situation is it is far more dire than I think people realize. The purchasing power of the consumer has never been stronger. And it's going to be stronger as we move forward, especially in an economy that is retracting, you know? So I don't know what else to say, man. I think it's goddamn ridiculous that they're going to delay these films into when they think they can make the most profit of them. So that's my hot take on that. That's my hot take. But what do I know? You know what I mean? But what do I know? Hey, let me know your thoughts in the chat. We can talk about this a little bit, for sure. Let me know. What are you thinking, ladies and gentlemen? I agree with you completely, Josh. Cool. That's the only comment I'm going to read. Thank you. Oh, shit. Danny's with me 100% on this? This is rare, by the way. Danny and I don't always see eye to eye. Yeah, let's get into it. What do you guys think? Dev should bring Adam on right now. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. I do want to talk to Adam, but I'm running solo today. I'm running solo. I'll argue with Adam off air. The Black Widow movie has to make money if they ever want a sequel with Florence Pugh. Why do you think that, though? Like, I'm just curious. Like, why do you think that? The movie is 10 years too late. $22 billion of goodwill earns you at least some time to work things out during a worldwide pandy. I agree with you, CGM. I agree with you. But here's the thing, CGM. Here's what I think is, and maybe like I'm just not expressing it the right way or whatever. But I agree that goodwill is there, 100%. But I think the way, this is what I'm trying to explain. The way the economy is going, because it's going to, you know who's going to get hurt the hardest in the next couple of years? Middle class. Middle class to poor. Okay? So at a time when the middle class is going to be hit the most in the next couple of years, the narrative of mega corporations that essentially control the strings of the content that we want to see. The fact that the company is not willing to take a loss, they're not even like interested in how they could make that work. And they're literally just going to make you wait until the economics of the situation are perfect for them. I'm telling you right now, that is not a narrative, especially moving forward with the way that the economy is going to restructure itself. That is not a narrative that you want as Disney. That's not a narrative you want. Like, basically what I'm telling you is they can afford it. They can absolutely afford it. And they could use it as a situation to really go after some good PR. You know what I mean? So if we're getting WandaVision, then what's the deal with the Doctor Strange movie? Yeah, Doctor Strange is moved well past that. I mean, the connective tissue there, if it's there, it's obviously not going to spoil anything, and it's just like a lead-up kind of thing, right? I think there may be no need to rush. I go back and forth on this. Yeah, no, I get you. Look, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. But I've talked to enough people, and I get the sense that people are sick of it, dude. Like, some of you guys drop comments on videos and don't look at the other comments. Like, I literally get people, like, I'll say, oh, fans are mad about this. And I get motherfuckers flying in there saying, nobody's mad about this. They won't, like, take 2 seconds to look up and down and see that other motherfuckers are mad about it. Like, it's crazy to me. So some of you guys are like, ah, and then you're out. And you're back to your bubble, you know? And I get it, but that's not an objective look at what's going on. I am telling you, there are people very angry. Like, very angry. There are people out there saying, boycott Disney Plus. You know what I mean? And you know, you can have your stance on that, and you can think those people are silly, and that's fine. But if enough of those silly people get together with the same attitude, it's called a consumer movement. And the difference between a few angry consumers and a massive consumer movement is just a couple bad decisions. Promise. But anyway. Wait, what? Drew's review says, quit my job a week early so I can get a solid week of Den of Nerds in before I start my new career. Ah, shit, no regrets. Damn, Drew's reviews. That's commitment. Well, let's be real. Your job was probably horrible and you were like, fuck these people. So it's all good. I'm upset, but I don't want to boycott. Yeah. Consumer movement. Let's do it, says Sufi. I agree from a huge fan standpoint, but since WandaVision is coming, I don't think normies will care about the delays. Yeah, that could be. Could be. And, dude, WandaVision looks dope, and I'm glad they have WandaVision, of course. Disney is so big that even if people start boycotting, it won't stop the machine. Ooh, Nikki. I don't know if I agree. Especially now. In a post-pandy world. I mean, for God's sakes, earlier this year, Apple was literally thinking about just buying Disney. It was so dire for Disney that Apple was thinking about buying them. The only thing that I think starved that off is Disney Plus. So it's like, you know, oh, Disney's too big. They own so many big IPs for sure, but what fuels the IPs? Like, what fuels that? You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, what fuels that? You know? You got to think about these things, man. Yeah, once Mando comes out, ain't nobody boycotting Disney Plus, WandaVision, the Marvel shows, the Star Wars animated shows. Yeah. Disney Plus will probably be fine. Love you too, Nikki. Oh, yeah. If all the fans who wanted to see Black Widow came together and made a ruckus, yeah, 100%. It would take a massive hit to sink Disney. It would take a, well... I don't know. Would it take a massive hit? I could see a scenario in which it happens. Absolutely. And likely what would happen is they would just get gutted. Like, it would just get bought out by some other company. They would purchase the IP just like Disney purchased the IP from Fox. You know what I mean? I'm pissed, but it's 2020. There's a lot of worse stuff happened this year than I can't see a film. This coming from someone who has the original May poster. Oh my God, you have the original May poster? That could literally be worth money, Mulfred. You wanna hold up on that, man? Yeah, massive hit, like 85% loss on Park Division, 70% loss for ABC Capital Cities / ESPN. Yeah, I mean, people pay for Disney Plus, and they would charge for Black Widow. It was never going to make $1 billion. They are slowing the pipeline for bigger IPs, which can decrease subs. Yeah. Yep, on a 14 million and one, there's one scenario that doesn't take a massive hit to sync Disney. I don't know if it's that rare, actually. I could see it happening. Feige is 100% involved in all of these decisions. Yeah, of course. Of course he is, yeah. You're bang on about Disney needing to take a loss for sure. You have incredible business sense, and that makes total sense to me. Well, so here's the thing, Drew. Like, I don't think I have necessarily incredible business sense. I just think that business is changing. The game is changing. I think we are moving into an economy, and we're moving into a new way for markets to be working, where the consumer is so smart. They're so well informed. At least they think they are, right? And that's more important. It doesn't really matter how smart or informed they are. It matters what they think, because that indicates their purchases and their actions. Guys, like Mulan, in some ways, like, is this perfect storm of crazy things that are happening. And it's not crazy to think about how some of these other things might all happen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm obviously not, like, up in arms with pitchforks and saying, like, boycott. I'm not saying boycott. I'm not saying consumer movement. I'm just the guy saying, hey, I think that could be an iceberg out there. We might want to start turning direction. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that over there, that small thing you see above the water, that teeny tiny thing, I think that's a big deal. I think we need to change direction. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Don't forget to smash that like button. Yeah, smash it. We still don't even know how the economy will shake out after the pandy. It's insane to not try make any money you can right now. Yeah. But it's like that. Okay, here's the thing. This is the thing that keeps coming up into my mind. It's like the whole you teach a man to fish or give a man a fish. Or there's this really cool story in gambling. If any of you guys have ever gambled, if you've ever been poker players, you've ever been hustlers, you ever play dice, these kind of things, check this out. Listen to this. This is Papa Willinda. Papa Willinda had this quote. You can shear a sheep many times, but you can only skin it once. Long-term profitability is the game. Most businesses are not in a selling business. They're in a reselling business. Think about it. Stormy coming in hot with the super chat says, F Whack Widow, F Disney, F Rona, and F 2020. Amen, brother. Amen. What Disney really needs is a sequel to Wrinkle in Time. Yo, John Carter's dope, though, Jacob's Quest. Like, you know, John Carter is good. Disney will never be acquired. Saul Steinberg attempted a coup in 1984. This was before they had the early prowess of Eisner and, of course, Iger. Stormy says, yeah, I'm big mad right now. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Should we get into the theater? See what's going on the Reddit? See what DOS Reddit is saying? Or do you guys have some more questions? I can go for like 10, 15 more minutes. What's the questions? What are the thoughts? What are you thinking of? A well-timed, well-placed hit could easily take out Disney. I agree. Let's sacrifice Mike Roman to Mephisto so we can get Black Widow released. Yeah. Black Widow on Disney Plus. Yeah, maybe late next year. There's a Mulan article on Yahoo saying it's made 60 to 90 million. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. I tried to tell y'all, but, nobody listens to me. Where's the simp portion of the show? We came here expecting Grosh today. Oh, okay, we can talk about that a little bit. Yo, Kevin, Pennsylvania. What's up, brother? Okay, we can talk about this a little bit. Y'all want to talk about Grace? Y'all want to talk about my queen? Man, you guys, like, you're so funny, man. Everybody's so funny. They don't like, man, So many people out there told you that the Snyder Cut would never happen. You know what I mean? So many people told you the Snyder Cut would not happen. And there were a few people that said it could. Okay? Grace was one of these people, man. She caught that wave pretty early on. She was on it. And what did she say right out the gate? Right out the gate. They're going to shoot additional photography. And look, I'm not trying to put anybody on blast, but a lot of these people out there, a lot of these same people hit me up in the DM saying, Ben Affleck will never come back. He was an alcoholic. If he even looks at a bat symbol, he downs a gallon of vodka. It'll never happen. Those same people would have you believe that no additional photography will ever be done for Das Snyder Cut. They're not going to do it. They're not going to shoot additional photography. These people they're just really wrong. You know what I mean? They're just like really, really wrong. And what did I say? What did I say? Which everybody will ignore as well. I said at the very beginning, take everything you think you know about how this shit goes down as far as the Hollywood negotiations, as far as contracts, as far as shooting, all of it. Everything you think you know, throw it out the fucking window. Because AT&T just came in and said, I don't care what's it going to take. Oh, well, this guy's SAG, union, and we'd have to do this, that, second, and the third. AT&T, I don't care. What is it going to take? And I love that shit. I love that disruptive attitude. I love that, like, no, I get it. You got your red tape. You got all this. But I don't care. What's it going to take? Okay? And so all these people and all these insiders and all these scoopers and all these mouthpieces, all of these people, they couldn't acknowledge that something unprecedented had happened, that the rules were changing. Again, much like this economic situation, the rules are changing. The game is changing. The macro's different. And everybody's just dug in on their bullshit. They're not going to get the actors to come back and shoot for Justice League, for the Snyder Cut? What? Who? They ain't doing that. Okay. You know what else is really... Let me tell you this. Let me tell you the other side of this. That's really... And by the way, I'm going to cover this in a video later today. Let me tell you this. This is the other thing about this that's super fucked. It would appear that the Hollywood trades are now only interested in giving good Snyder Cut news if they can also use it as a shot to Ray Fisher. Like... The Hollywood trades and all these people, they told you Ben Affleck would never come back. Well, yeah, they'll tell you that. But then they'll also, Anthony Breznican, total studio mouthpiece, will come out and spoil, before fandom, talk about Ben Affleck's Batman so that you don't pay attention to Ray Fisher's tweets. It's like they were so wrong for so long, and then they want you to forget that they were wrong. Forget it, guys. And, by the way, we're going to let you know what's going on. We're going to tell you what's up. Anytime Ray Fisher makes a peep, boom! Snyder Cut news. Boom! Flash news. You know what I mean? These people, man. This whole situation is a little disheartening. to say the least. Trinity from 2nd Street Marvel, the $5 super chat. Appreciate the love, brother. Says, how many would sub to Disney Plus for a month if Black Widow was free? Okay, I want to tell you, I want to explain something. I want to dig in on this question. I want to really get into this question, okay? Because number one, Trinity's right, but it ain't even that. It's way bigger than that. The average consumer sees hundreds of ads and has hundreds of different impressions with their favorite brands on a daily basis in 2020, okay? Follow me, motherfuckers. Listen to what I'm saying. Hundreds of impressions a day that have to do with their relationship with their favorite brands. Hundreds. Your average consumer, when they sit down to make a purchasing decision, 96% of people, when they come to make a decision of purchasing on the internet, something that happened online via that brand that is in question for the potential purchase, 96% of people say something that happened online is going to put me one way or the other on this purchase. The impact of their purchasing decision is made because of some of those hundreds of impressions that they see per day with their brand, with their favorite brands. So Trinity's right. They would get some people to sign up for Disney Plus. But what I'm talking to you about is the next time, the next service, or the next time you've got a vacation, or the next time you're going to make a purchase online, this Mulan bullshit is going to be in your mind. Maybe not for everybody, but for a lot of people it will be. The next time you go to make a purchase, something that happened online, like, I don't know, them delaying Mulan, or rather Black Widow, deep into 2021 for strictly profitability. And by the way, not telling you a goddamn thing. No apology. No, hey, we're sorry. No, hey, we're in this together. No, let's use the Hollywood trades. Let's use the mouthpiece. Let's do what we always do. The next time you make a purchasing decision, that might linger in your mind. It's way deeper. It's way bigger than just, hey, let's get some more subscribers on Disney Plus. Although I agree with you, Trin. It has to do with macroeconomics going into the new economy. Mike Porter with the super chat says, can we now call the pandy the great Marvel pushback? Can we have a millisecond of silence that it will be 2 years from Endgame to Black Widow? That's fucking crazy, dude. That is crazy, dude. 2 years. Whew. But what do I know? You know what I mean? What do I know? So anybody else remember when Grace made a rant calling all critics paid off because they didn't like BVS? Her being so convinced she accused Campea of being paid off. Yeah, that's like, I mean, does anybody know about that story, by the way? I think it's pretty interesting. So here's the thing, Josh. Disney doesn't have much competition. They have some, but not a lot. So they will make fans wait just for more money. Sure, they can make some, but not enough for their greed. Right on. Right on, man. What kind of obligation do studios have to keep the theaters in business? That's an interesting question, Santa. I'm sure they have meetings about that. I'm sure they think about that. I mean, you know, you want to do copacetic relationships, obviously, but you also have to look at the macro, at the future. What is it going to be like in the future? Yeah. Josh, my badge is blue and it's After Dark Thursday. Life is good. Amen, Patricia. And yo, that's a beautiful time to talk about After Dark. If y'all didn't know, we do a little show around here called After Dark. My man Lavis, my man Al Schuler, they do a nice little show, man, when they take you through the news. They give you hot takes. It's really raw. I love it, dude. I love it. Big fan. Tonight at, 9 p.m., Lavis? Is that what we're doing, 9 p.m.? What's the critics thing you were saying? Okay, so there was a time, and man, I think this was literally like 8 years ago. I could be wrong with the Grace and Campea. Yeah. So Grace was accusing critics of having a massive MCU bias, okay? And I don't know exactly, like CGM said that she accused them of being paid off. I don't think that's exactly the case. I think she accused them of sort of being like shills, which I guess you could interpret as like, oh yeah, no, they're getting paid off or whatever. But I think like her point was there's an incredible amount of like DC hate out there, and there seems to be all of this like Marvel love. And she had like a beef with Campea, and it was actually pretty hilarious. Now, look, I'll be honest with you. I think behind closed doors, Grace would admit to you that like that wasn't her best moment. And honestly, like, okay, so like going from that moment to today, I think that Grace has shown an incredible amount of growth, really. And I really admire the way she handles her haters. I really admire the way she handles social media. I admire the way she handles her reporting. Yeah. And so, yeah, no, I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware of that Grace situation and her beef with Campea. I think she was off base there, man. You know what I mean? I think that at the end of the day, DC was just fucking up left and right. Like, they're just fucking up left and right, dude. Simping hard right now. Hey, if you're gonna simp hard, baby. For my queen! Josh and Grace sitting in a tree. Yeah. What new scenes do you think the Snyder will film for Cavill and Affleck and Godot? You know, I'm not 100%. I know that, I mean, Grace had said that they're shooting the Green Lantern scene right now. You know what I mean? It's all good. It's all good, Suvi. And yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, yes, I remember this. That's why I never followed her. Was pretty cringe to watch her defend DC movies so vacantly, I think is what you're saying. Yeah, no, hey, look, it is what it is, bro. Like, I understand that. I totally understand that. I don't really think I was fucking with Grace back then, to be honest with you. But I have, since then, I've seen both videos and all that. And look, everybody's like, some people were in here saying, like, Campea is just a crybaby and a clown. Look, I don't know. I like John Campea. I do. I like John Campea. By the way, it is possible to like people and not agree with everything they do. You know? Newsflash. You know? It's possible. So, I mean, think about this. Most of you guys disagree with me about almost everything. And you must still like me at least a little bit because you're still here. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, Campea has done some shit that I thought was wild, you know, and he's made some claims that I thought were wild. But at the end of the day, the dude's a hustler. The dude created some of the space that we're even playing in right now, and you got to give it up for that. You got to give respect. I also think he handled the Robert Meyer Burnett thing better than Christian Harloff and SEN. And so, look, man, there's a lot to like about Campea for sure. So, respect to Campea for sure. But I want to dominate him. I want to take his whole audience. No, that's not true. He can still have some people. But I want like 70% of those people that watch him every day to be over here. 100%. So I heard Lizzie Hill from Murphy's Multiverse saying on Twitter, hang on, I lost it. On Twitter that Marvel would still be releasing Falcon and Winter Soldier before Widow because now they can reshoot the spoilers out of the cut. What do you think? That'd be cool, dude. That'd be really cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I'd be into that. I don't know, though. Doesn't that kind of go against a lot of what we think is going on? You already have some of their audience. Heard that, Tim. Will is coming in with the super chat here from Star Wars Theory. Love the content. Hey, I appreciate you, Will. Appreciate you, man. And shout out to Theory, man. Santa says, I still like you. Just a little bit. Ha Hashtag nice list. Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate the love. Maybe that is the shooting they're doing? What do you mean? I probably missed it. I probably missed what you're saying. Josh says, take my money just because. Keep up the great work, Josh, in a robot voice. Ah, man, the love is real. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate you. Reminder, too, Nerdvengers. Please. Okay, two things I want to say. This Saturday, for the Nerdvengers behind the scenes stream, which will happen at noon, This Saturday, we're going to obviously be going over the battle plan. No spoilers. Please don't spoil it in chat. We're going to go over the battle plan. We're going to take a look at some of the videos you guys have sent in. And I think the date for that will not be this Friday, but next Friday for the battle plan, okay? Shh. No spoilers. Also, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, this is what I want to do. I want to do a big members-only stream where you guys literally call in and like a community stream, but like kind of like one-on-one. So, you know what I mean? Like, I want to have Star Wars Santa on. In fact, maybe Santa should be the first person on. You know what I mean? Because I know he's got a lot of grief to give me about my sequel trilogy turn, and it's all love. I appreciate Santa. So come on, Santa. Get your shit heard. Let's hash it out. We got to have Danny Orange on. You know what I mean? And Danny Orange is like, I figured out how to break away from social media years ago. I'm a master of my own mind and knower of all things, and we got to knock him down a couple of pegs. So Danny Orange will come on. You know what I mean? Trev will come on and fucking simp for Jeff Johns harder than I'd simp for Grace on any day, you know? Et cetera, et cetera. So if you guys are interested in that, and it might have to be a longer stream, because I want to give people at least like, you know, a 10-minute window to you know, and we've got over 100 members at this point. I think we're working towards 150, so, you know, potentially a long stream. But I thought that could be cool because I actually don't want to broadcast it, strangely enough, because like for us as a family, I think it's all good, but we're going to say some shit that I don't think we should broadcast. So let me know if you think that, let me know what you think about that. Ryan, Spider-Man officially 2022 now? Is that true? Did that just come out? Is that true? Oh, God. Will Morgan says, with the super chat, appreciate the love, man, says, we're going to catch up to the MCU's timeline before anything else comes out at this rate. The Rona is the snap of cinema. Yeah, unfortunately. I'm too high to Google right now. Well, Lord Vito, look, man, just stay leaning. Just, you know, just do you right now, man, you know? Sounds fun. I don't have 10 minutes of interesting stuff to say. Well, that's all good, too. You know, it's all good either way. Who's the actor for HBO Max's DC Peacemaker? I can't see him. Yeah, me neither. I think at this point, Grace or Campia would totally come over here. Have you ever tried to reach out to them? No. Maybe John back in the day. Uh-oh, I'm going to sneeze. Apologies. Gracias. Josh, don't feel bad. It's always important to have kindness and grace in your life. Amen. Honestly, Josh, I would rather have Batfleck solo or Black Canary solo instead of Peacemaker. Don't you agree? I mean, for sure, dude. Like, I would... Man, of course. Of course. Well, maybe not on the Black Canary thing. I mean, what Black Canary are we talking about? Because, I mean, Black Canary was all right in Birds of Prey. She was all right. I think the canaries from the CW universe are better. But yeah, I mean, for the Batfleck thing, and by the way, that Batfleck thing, man, I don't know, bro. That seems pretty real. And when is everybody going to stop hating on the cultured nerd? You know what I mean? Like, when are these trades going to shut the fuck up? How many more of their stuff has to come out? You know what I mean? Shit, Josh has the panda. Nah, I think I'm cool. Try, read my name. Barboa Hinkova. Is that a bad word? Should I not have said that? Niet. Bratio Boruja. Random questions, but do you think they would have kept the Infinity War ending the same if the Rona vid hit that? Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's a fair question, Anthony. I think that's kind of cool, right? It would be kind of interesting if they had if they had done that. Could be pretty interesting for sure. What about the Affleck Batman? Oh yeah, I think he's coming back for sure. Don't sleep on that Loki series. I agree. I think Loki's going to be fantastic. We love Marvel over here, and they can do no wrong. Oh, man. Anthony's asking me about fan castings again. Y'all need to understand something. I am not good at fan casting. I can't do it. I don't know actors. I don't know actresses. So what about the beef between Zack Snyder and Jeff Johns? The stuff Grace was talking about? Oh, yeah. I mean, look. That shit's real, Caleb. Like, that's about as... It's as... I'm sorry, Kendall. What question did you say? Let me get it. Let me get Kendall's question here. By the way, Kendall, I hope you enjoyed, if you got a chance to check it out, the Sunday stream last week, man. And we got a good one coming this week. Is there where DC's lackluster history plays into their advantage? Like no one cares about Wonder... Yeah, exactly. I think that's such an important point, Kendall. And I was talking to my best buddy about this yesterday, man. We were like, it's crazy. DC's going to take the best shit Marvel does. And because DC is screwed up for so long, they... man, I almost made like a political example. You guys almost catch me in these situations. But... DC can take advantage of a lack of, like, there's no weight on their moves right now. Like, people are sort of pulled back. There's no expectation. There's no anticipation. Like, they're less concerned, right? And so DC's going to kind of, it's the same, by the way, I think Star Wars is actually in a unique situation with this as well, where they can take advantage of the pandy, and they can take advantage of some of the delays and some of the confusion, and et cetera, whereas Marvel is like, I mean, we were supposed to start phase 4, man. We were supposed to be balls deep in phase 4 by now. You know what I mean? So, DC can potentially take advantage of that. And think about this, too. If they don't get Loki running, then we might have a big block next year where there's no Marvel content, and then all of a sudden, the Snyder Cut comes out. I mean, I think the Snyder Cut's actually going to come out later next year, actually. So, retract that. Stormfront is Homelander's mom. You heard it here. What? First of all, if you actually know that for a fact from the show and you just spoiled with a super chat, I'm going to take a trip to Baltimore and I'm going to give you the biggest wedgie you've ever had. And we're going to film it. But if that's just a theory, tip of the hat. Tip of the hat to you, brother. Will Morgan, welcome to the Nerd Vengers Prime. Boop, boop, boop. Thank you, Will. You're a Nerd Venger now. Please try say... Nah, man, I'm not going to try say that shit. Josh, no. Do a rock bottom? Maybe I will. I'll go to Baltimore, too. We will breakdance fight him. Hell yeah. Yeah, if that's a spoiler, I'm coming with Josh. Yeah. No, for real, dude. You're going to have the whole goddamn army of the Nerd Vengers just coming down on you. Release the Nerd Vengers surprise. We will, my friend. We will. Hope the boys isn't going like that. Yeah, that's gross. Homelander having sex with his mom sounds like the most Homelander shit I've ever heard. Checo, that's true. Oh my God, that's true. Yeah, but hasn't DC made mistakes already by rushing ass backwards at opportunity? Yes, 100%. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. But it's all about, like, the thing is, Danny, it's like, yeah, that's true. And, like, if everything was, this is the thing, like, if all atrocities and all, if we actually had, like, this objective way to, like, just look at everything through this, like, broad kind of purity test or whatever, I think we'd look around and basically be like, man, all these people suck. All these people suck. All these studios sucks. Everything is fucked. Everybody's greedy. Everything's horrible. But that's not how life works. Basically, people, because they're so tribal, are going to view things through a lens of positivity, negativity. My team, your team, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the truth is, like, you know, I'm sitting over here, like, I'm talking about Disney and I'm talking about all this stuff. I think people are trapped in this analytical, hard numbers world where, like, the biggest, like, and I love economic theory. Economists, I'm obsessed with it. I read it. I love, I'm very interested in this kind of stuff. But one thing that a lot of economists forget is that all of those numbers and all of those projections and all of those forecasts, those are indicative of human behavior. And human behavior is indicative of human belief. Belief and ideas is the most powerful thing on the planet. And so people are acting in accordance with their belief system. And that action is the economy. It is the market. You know what I mean? Polyhedral Paradise says, not a spoiler. Just a theory given his mom issues. I don't know, guys. Put it into chat right now. I want to know. Are we buying this from Jason or not? Do we believe Jason or do we think he knows that it's real? Right now. Do we believe Jason? Yes or no? Oh, Jason, you are done, son. Whew! Jason, you are done. How the hell would I even know that? Says Jason. I'm 82% sure he's lying. Yeah, me too. Oh, you are done. You'll never work in this town again. Hashtag love for Jason. I think I'm going to stop with the grace puns so I won't sound sacrilegious. Oh, that's fair. I don't need lightning. Yeah. I gotcha. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it, okay? Everybody be on the lookout for Jason, man. Whew. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me rant seemingly incoherently. Y'all have a good day, okay? Look out for a Snyder Cut video. And I think that'll be the only video today because I have so much to do. I want to just knock that vid out and get to it, okay? All right. One love, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video.